Hi, Mike Masters with GE Aviation's Customer Training Services in Cincinnati. And in this All-Engine Models Maintenance Minute, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about electrical connector cleaning. I'm standing in front of actually a CF6 ADC2 at the moment, but this pertains to all engine models, particularly those that are FADEC controlled. And what we're after here is you might be surprised by how many faults, especially those pesky intermittent faults, that you can clear up just by inspecting and properly cleaning electrical connectors. I'm picking on here for no real reason, but this is a variable bleed valve actuator on a CF6 ADC2. And let's just say we're getting faults to the nature of channel A, channel B, VBB feedback out of range, or feedback disagree between the two channels. The first place I would go, always follow the FEM, but the first place I would go is to go to look at these electrical connectors. As you look at these connectors, you should see nice shiny silver sockets on one side and nice shiny gold pins on the other. If you see anything other than nice shiny gold pins and shiny silver sockets, you may have a problem. Now initially what we'll do with the system de-energized, of course, is we'll spray these connectors with a little bit of isopropyl alcohol and let them dry out. Same up here on the actuator. And if you can actually see contamination on either end of the connector, a nice stiff little acid brush would be a good idea in addition to the alcohol, then flush it again. Now once we've cleaned both sides of the connector, we can go on to the actual connector inspection. For the next step of the process, I want to use removed components on a bench. It's much easier for you to see what I'm doing that way rather than actually do it on the engine. So if your contact points and your connectors have passed your visual inspection, nice shiny gold pins, nice shiny typically silver sockets in the other part of the connector, you can go on to the next step. This is a test jumper. Anytime you're troubleshooting something like this on an engine, it's always a good idea to make yourself a set of test jumpers. Virtually all the contacts, sockets, and pins around the engine are either 16 or 20 gauge. So it's pretty quick and easy to make yourself some test jumpers to be able to put multimeters on the contacts and things of that nature. So what I'm going to do now is, using a test jumper with the appropriate size socket, I'm just going to go around, put that jumper socket on each pin, and just feel how much friction I get between the two. The wiring practices manual refers to this as a contact pull check, and it will refer you to a little bit of a kind of like a fish scale looking gauge, and you'll measure how much force is required to pull the contacts apart. Just in general though, it should feel to the touch kind of like a feeler gauge would feel as you're measuring something. If you get just the right size of feeler gauge, you're making good contact, it should feel very similar to that. Now if we pass that check, we can further clean and condition our contacts. And this is also called out in the manual. This is a product called Pro Gold, and what it does is it cleans and conditions our connector contacts. So what we'll do is we'll take a little bit of our Pro Gold on these little tiny connector cleaning brushes, bottle brushes, and on the socket side of the connector, we're just going to apply that Pro Gold all the way down till the little bottle brush bottoms out, every single socket. Make the connector much more resistant to moisture, contamination, things of that nature. Okay, we've cleaned and inspected both sides of our connector. We're ready to put the system back together. There we go, get properly keyed. Tighten the connector down. There we go. That's as tight as I can get that connector by hand, but I'm not done yet. These are soft-jawed connector pliers. The standard wiring practices manual is adamant about using connector pliers anytime we reinstall electrical connector. Notice they have soft jaws here, so we're not going to cause damage to the connector. If you don't have these, you don't just want to use channel locks or something of that nature, always have proper connector pliers. And that's a good setting right there. Now that I'm as hand tight as I can go, I'll use my connector pliers. Tighten a little bit more until the pliers actually physically slip. That extra little bit of torque can mean all the difference in keeping our contacts in proper interface with one another. If the connector is too loose, we could have a little fretting. That fretting can wear the gold plating off of the pins. Now we're setting ourselves up for corrosion. So we want that connector nice and tight. Okay, that's it for electrical connector cleaning. Hope you enjoyed the Maintenance Minute. Thanks for all you do out there in maintaining the GE powered fleet. See you next time.